Kinsey Schofield throws down the gauntlet at Sundance. Meghan and Harry's screening fails to sell out. Picture this: the Sundance Film Festival, snow-capped Utah, A-list press, indie directors hunting for buzz, and what should be a red carpet home run turns into a scene that feels more like a quiet morning lecture. Yes, this is the moment when Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's latest film project, Cookie Queens, didn't exactly pack the house like a West End finale. Welcome back to Royal Top Stories, where we serve royal news with a kick, a wink, and more than a dash of sass. Quick favor, if you are digging this video already, smash that subscribe button and tick the notifications bell. It is completely free, it takes a second, and it keeps you ahead of every palace twist and media tilt. Thank you if you did. Now, let us get into it. So, what happened at Sundance? According to multiple reports from Utah on January 25th, Meghan and Harry walked into the screening of Cookie Queens, a documentary they executive produced, and let us just say the crowd was not exactly queuing around the corner. When the film began at the Eccles Theater, about 150 balcony seats remained unoccupied, and even as waitlist attendees trickled in, around 60 spots were still empty. That is not sell out. That is mopping up practice at best. Now, pause, because here comes the spicy bit. Kinsey Schofield, known for her straight-talking, no-filter commentary, didn't just hint at the significance of that turnout. She blasted it like a trumpet on parade. In her conversation on Sky News, Schofield pointed out that you'd expect a royal-affiliated screening to fill up like front-row seats at a Fashion Week show, celebrities crawling over themselves to be seen there, right? Instead, lights went up and large sections sat looking like they were waiting for late brunch reservations. Schofield quipped that it's not a good look, and then, in classic irreverent style, joked about Girl Scouts, the actual subject of the documentary, apologizing if Meghan was involved with them. Transitioning from that quip, let's unpack why this matters and why social media had its popcorn ready for this moment. This was no ordinary screening. Sundance is the festival for indie gems and future Oscar contenders alike. Doc lovers, film insiders, critics, they come hungry for fresh voices and buzzworthy topics. A full house at Sundance is like a royal garden party where every seat has a tiara on it. So when a screening linked to the Sussex brand looks more like a quiet town hall meeting, eyebrows do not just raise, they shoot straight up. Now, and here's where the plot thickens, not everyone agrees on the empty seats storyline. Supporters of Meghan and Harry took to social media to argue vehemently that the screening did sell out, pointing to screenshots of sold-out ticket availability and insisting critics were exaggerating or misconstruing the visuals. Online debates turned heated, with some fans calling the negative reports a conspiracy to undermine Archwell Productions. So how do we square this circle? The truth likely sits somewhere in the middle. Yes, there were empty seats at the opening moment, but yes, many attendees did praise the documentary, and some reported the venue being full later on. Yet, here's the key point. The optics of empty seats at a high-profile festival matter, because this is still largely about perception. A celebrity event that doesn't stir the buzz instantly becomes a headline itself. And that leads us to a bigger question. Are Meghan and Harry losing their sparkle in the celebrity firmament? Transition here, because this is where the story becomes not just about those seats in Utah, but about a pattern that some critics, including Schofield, believe they are seeing play out. This comes on the heels of other recent setbacks, Netflix reportedly not renewing the Sussexes' lucrative deal after several underperforming projects, and Meghan's own lifestyle ventures struggling to match early sales momentum. Kinsey Schofield has been especially vocal. She's argued that the couple's post-royal trajectory has been marked by missteps, and that they may no longer be taken as seriously as before, not just from critics but from mainstream audiences. Problems with attendance at Sundance, according to her view, could be symptomatic of a broader fatigue with the Sussex brand. But let's be fair, the documentary itself was reportedly warmly received by the people who did attend. Several outlets noted that Cookie Queens tells a charming and uplifting story about Girl Scouts navigating the cookie selling season, and Meghan, who was a Girl Scout herself as a child, has spoken publicly about her personal connection to the theme. Here's another twist. While critics are quick to frame the Sundance turnout as a flop, fans counter that the measurement of success should not be about seats at one premiere. They argue that emotional standing ovations, audience reactions, and future broadcast viewership ought to matter more than a snapshot moment. That debate itself has ignited fierce online arguments, splitting commentary camps almost down the middle. Transition to the broader royal context, because this is where things get truly fascinating. Compare this moment at Sundance with the image of Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, whose recent public engagements, from charity tie-ins to sports diplomacy, have drawn consistent, positive coverage and robust public turnout. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan's ventures into media and celebrity life have felt more volatile, moments of huge attention followed by long lulls of controversy or quiet. That contrast alone is enough to fuel endless commentary. If we critique the Sussexes' strategy bluntly, by stepping away from full-time royal duty, they traded structured public service for a media-driven brand. And in the celebrity world, audiences crave novelty. The Oprah interview was seismic. The first Netflix documentary was blockbuster news. But when every project feels like a continuation of the same narrative arc, struggle, grievance, personal history, without fresh emotional hooks, public attention can wane. Kinsey Schofield and others have pointed to this pattern repeatedly. But here's the real takeaway for you, the royal news junkie. This Sundance moment isn't necessarily a death knell for Harry and Meghan's public relevance, but it's a reminder that fame in 2026 works differently. It's no longer enough to carry a crown on your resume. You have to earn buzz with compelling, shareable storytelling that captures the zeitgeist, and you have to do it again and again. Empty seats, real or perceived, are just the mirror society holds up when that magic starts to slip. So, whether you see this as critics piling on or as a genuine reality check for the Sussexes, one thing is clear: the royal narrative universe just gained another headline-worthy twist, and we'll be watching it as it evolves. Thank you so much for watching Royal Top Stories. We appreciate your time, your curiosity, and your royal obsession. I'll see you in the next one.